Also, once again, my mic's too quiet. Bastards.
I can do just fine.
Far from free. The Alamegan delegate to Radzat Han has grim news to convey. If you're ready to lend us your aid, I'll apprise you of the situation. Nodders. We received reports of a creature believed to be a blasphemy stalking the streets of Alamigo. Troops have been assigned to track and slay the beast, but there are likely to be casualties. With most of our healers posted elsewhere, we had thought to petition you for aid. I was like, you need better soldiers, not more healers, but if I must, I would be glad to help. Once again, warn your dead. We shall inform Commander Aldin forthwith. My comrades in the Immortal Flames will be glad to have you watching over them. You see, as there have been no sightings of any blasphemy in our lands, we have joined our Alamegan allies in their hunt for the fiend. Nice. Trouble is, the majority of our own healers are working day and night to treat the tempered Imperials captured at Pogolthon. For that reason, we too would be glad of your help. Your presence alone would be of great comfort to the troops, I'm sure. As time is of the essence, I ask that you make your way to the Alamegan quarter and report for duty. Commander Aldin is overseeing the hunt, and he will explain all upon your arrival. May Ralgor grant you strength. Okay. Also, if you see in the top right, Hamo hasn't done Newfound Adventure yet. 6.1 stuff. Where was I going again?
Those guys just got fucking deleted. Must be their first time.
Easy come, easy go. What are you doing again?
Copied Factory.
Oh. Yikes.
They just got deleted by Mark Smash. The very first one.
Fucking yikes, dude. Oh, I gotta grab this shit. Nice, well and hidden. Oh god. Where did the mouse, please?
Oh, bros!
Oh, here we go. A blasphemy hunter.
Oh, is this the story about Ulysses' father or whatever the fuck?
We'll find out. Ah, Master Fenmish, we were told you were on your way, but this is even quicker than expected. I'll tell Commander Aldin you have arrived. One moment, please. Don't tell me that stuff. I've heard that stuff too much in Destiny. Glad you could join us. Hey, Robon. Wave.
Oh shit, I got clipped by that.
Oh, we can also do the fishing side quest too while we're here. The fishing stadium quest.
Content, boys. That's all we're worried about is content.
Now that the far greater crisis has been resolved, we may and must turn our undivided attention to matters of a smaller but no less deadly scale. I'd like nothing more than to hear about your recent adventures, especially you going out into space, but I'm afraid such pleasantries will have to wait.
Have you done the healer role quests?
Yeah.
Okay. Because now I'm finally doing them for the first time, and I gotta say, this blasphemy definitely, like, screams Ooga Booga energy. Holy crap, man.
As our men in Thavnair will have told you, blasphemy is loose in Alamigo. When it first appeared, the city guard were able to get most of the bystanders to safety, and for a mercy, those caught in the chaos only suffered minor injuries. But the fiend managed to escape and has not been seen since. We must find it, and soon, for as long as it remains at large, every man, woman, and child is at risk.
Yeah, okay. I can do that.
As was the case in Thavnair, the blasphemy's very existence seems to spur the creation of lesser beasts. The longer it is allowed to roam free, the more tragedy our people will suffer.
Oh my god, the other group's tank died and is over here with us now.
Did anyone see the change take place?
Bruh, he's having some trouble and copied. Aye, there were several eyewitnesses who gave the same account. A man walking through the Alamegan quarter fell to his knees all of a sudden, a moment later transformed into the monstrosity we now pursue. But beyond the fact he was a young Highlander,
Oh my
we
god.
know next to nothing
91.
about him. Even the descriptions of his appearance are
Oh,
too vague to help
shit,
identify the
96.
lad.
We're not dead.
Jesus. And we've no clues as to his name or background. For all we know, he might not have even been born in Alamigo. Might have been the son of refugees come to visit. There are other possibilities we're investigating, though. That said, I doubt his circumstances are unique. Blasphemies and beasts are born when men are overcome by despair. Whatever drove him to turn likely would have done the same to another. Therefore, if we are to prevent future tragedies, it is imperative that we identify and address the underlying cause. Until we do, we'll have no choice but to deal with the afflicted the only way we know how, granting them a quick death. For now, I would have you join the hunt and keep my men from falling prey to these creatures. Are you up to it?
Of course.
You have my thanks. And as chance would have it, we've just received word that a number of beasts were spotted on the outskirts of Alagana. The troops stationed there have already put them down, but were wounded in the process. First and foremost, they need medical attention, and that's where you come in. I'll meet you there.
Okay. Are you sure I should go there and not, like, back to the first? Link sounds like he needs help. Alagana.
I have no idea how I'm beating the Sweeper.
What are you playing?
Monk.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know either. Level 80 content? Fuck. You just buy
I
it.
fucking suck at Monk.
Well, that's the best part about Monk is, like, they made it hyper easy with Endwalker, so don't worry. Fucking... Because it's like, it's Monk and Reaper that are, like, topping charts. Well, technically, it should be Samurai. Things
Samurai is
change.
way easier than Monk.
That's what I'm saying. Fucking Samurai was way easier than Monk and did more damage than Monk. So why would you ever play fucking Monk? Well, now they made Monk easy, and then suddenly Monk did more damage, and everybody was all like, wow, cool.
Nah, Samurai is definitely still easier. Even if Monk does more damage.
Now you can at least play Monk
Oh,
instead of
yeah.
just, like, wasting your slot in your party. Alright. Ugh. My own damn fault for being careless. But Miss Commander
God,
didn't think
that's
of
a
me.
lot of...
Knowing what they are, who they were. Could any of us end up like that?
Okay, I guess I will have them.
Although the soldiers were able to lead the beasts away from the village and culled a lot of them, victory did not come easily. It's times like these that our lack of healers is felt most sorely. Wow. I dare say we've yet to receive any treatment at all. See to their wounds while I survey the area for any stragglers that may have escaped. Once I've completed my patrol, I'll head to the village to gather eyewitness reports. Look for me thereafter.
Range.
What? Oh, good lord. Gods be good. I feel reborn. Hold on. You're Hamo, aren't you? Can't believe it. You're the one who inspired me to join the Resistance in the first place. And now you've come to save me in my hour of need. I'll never forget this. Thank you. Thank you.
Which one is this? Ooh, this is the bad one. Oh god. I'm gonna die. Oh my god, I'm alive. Oh.
I saw them change. Right before my eyes. Those weren't monsters I killed, but innocent men. But it had to be done. There were others we had to protect. And thanks to you, I can continue to do just that. Once I've made my way back, I'll give a full account. The families, they'll understand. Are involved. Oh shit. I should have talked to people first. God damn it.
For treating the wounds of those soldiers, you have my thanks. And theirs too, no doubt. It seems they were indeed successful in slaying all the beasts. My search is any indication, but we must remain vigilant. I've also spoken with several people who witnessed the moment of the transformation, though the ordeal has understandably left them rather shaken. Oh, you've been through a fair few ordeals yourself, Hamo. Jesus Christ, what is my arm all voiced?
Yeah, I went to space.
As for me, I've been kept busy with this and that, like getting the hang of this wheelchair. Obviously, it has its limitations, but it gets me where I need to go. Been working with this new organization as well, which is what brought me here. But no sooner had I arrived than those locals turned. Damn. Dragonfried, I heard you were there when it happened. Can you tell us? The ones who underwent the change. The very people we were trying to help.
Help? They're being attacked?
Perhaps I should explain from the beginning. The meeting Lise held in the royal palace marked a turning point for all of Girabania. It spurred us to open a dialogue with peoples and communities we otherwise would have shunned. But there's still so many problems to be addressed, and countless souls struggling to build new lives for themselves. I decided to form a volunteer group, the Silver Griffins. Our main concern is the welfare of Alamegans who sided with the Empire, for whatever reason, and helping them find their place in society. In particular, the surviving families of the Crania Lupi.
But I thought you despised the skulls.
You've changed your tune.
Make no mistake, I've not forgiven them. I don't have that in me, and I doubt I ever will. But the memory of that day in the palace, Fordola asking to be locked up again after saving us all, stayed with me. Got me to thinking about why she and the other youths would commit such atrocities. Why they'd swear to serve the Empire. And the answer was simple. Because they'd seen what we'd seen and suffer much the same. In a hell where all were condemned, they chose to betray one brother to save another. That's how the Garleans win. Not by breaking
no,
you,
lag.
but by making you break yourself. By making that choice, the right one for a man at the end of his tether. Healing only begins with liberation, and some scars never will regardless. Those who return from foreign lands may have difficulty carving out a living here, but the ones who pledge allegiance to Garlemald. This is not the Alamigo we dreamed of, but after 20 years of misery, I'll not see it all thrown away because we can't come to terms with the past. That's why I formed the Silver Griffins, to see that no one is cast aside. It's a cause I support. It's what brought me here today. Been acting as a mediator. Aye, in the short time he's been with us, he's proven himself a natural. But despite our early successes, the families of the Skulls continue to refuse our help. I think I see where this is leading. The ones who turned, yes. Comes as no surprise. The kin tormented and murdered fellow Alamegans. Anyone with a conscience would feel shame and guilt. For some, it might be too much to bear. I think I might know why they're turning us away. It's a sensitive matter, though, so let's go somewhere where we won't be overheard.
Okay.
Oh, cutscene not over yet?
Poggers!
It's about one of the men who turned. I saw his memories. With the echo. I'll not pretend I understand it. Tell us what you learned. I only caught a glimpse, but that was enough. It was during the occupation. A man raising his son. Only the two of them. But they were a family. To keep his boy clothed and fed, he chose to side with the Empire. He knew what others would say, but he did it anyway. Was it not Ulysses' father? So he was branded a traitor. Every day his son would listen to the jeering, the insults, but there was nothing he could do. When he came of age, he joined the Skulls in hope it would make life easier for his father. He never dared to question his orders, no matter how depraved. He died in the Revolution, but not before killing his own countrymen. His father wept not for the betrayer and murderer, but for the man he could have been. He blamed it all on himself, right up until the change took him.
Damn.
I can only pray he and his boy have finally found the peace they were denied in life. Alas, theirs is an all too familiar tale. They cannot forgive themselves, nor can they see how anyone else could. The sins of their kin weigh heavy on them. They think themselves undeserving of our compassion. They carry on like that, they'll turn into beasts. We've got to help them before it's too late. Growing up half Garlean and Alamigo, I know how it feels to be shunned and hated. To hate myself. But so long as we give ourselves and others a chance, we can change for the better. And while I might not be as clever or eloquent as someone like Alfino, I know I can make a difference. I might not be quite the swordsman I used to be, but still a fighter at heart. I owe it to Abba and Auli to make the most of this life so long as I've got it. Hell yeah, dude. We Silver Griffins will give our all to see that no more beasts or blasphemies ravage Girabania again. So, Commander Aldin, we have your approval to continue our work. Of course, there's no enemy more formidable than despair. I'd be a fool to refuse your help. But even a single one of our people has succumbed to this transformation as proof of our failure to protect them. Therefore, I pledge the Silver Griffins my unconditional support. Together, we will prevail. Now that we have a Hemo on hand to aid the troops, I believe we are ready to face any beast we encounter. Though I fear it is only a matter of time before others appear. I ask that you lend the Silver Griffins your assistance in the meantime.
Okay. I can do that. I'm a healer. I assist.
Very good. But now let's return to the city.
Ugh.
And just gonna leave Ragnford to like push Arenvald around. Do you have any idea how heavy Arenvald is? The Alamigan Corner. Back I go.
Stormblood 2.0.
Gonna be chilling out here in Stormblood area for healer quests. Better than chilling out in Gridania for tank quests. Oh boy, that was boring as sin.
Those who harbor guilt do not do so, not because they are weak of heart, but because they have failed to meet the demands they make of themselves. It was the same for me when I believed that my failures had led to the Sultana's assassination. The despair and self-loathing were indescribable. I was fortunate that you and the other Scions came to my rescue, but I had friends who convinced me I was more than the sum of my worst mistakes. Now we must do the same for the people of Alamigo. We must help them to heal and find the strength to, if not to forgive, then to come to terms with who we were, so that we can look to who we can be, who we should aspire to be. This is precisely why the work of the Silver Griffins is so vital. Though our problems are not new, the emergence of this deadly phenomenon means we cannot afford to delay addressing them any longer. Ugh. And we will be better for it, ultimately. Once we've decided a course of action, you'll be the first to know. Until then, may Rhalgr watch over and keep you.
The Butcher's Blade. The struggle to prevent the emergence of beasts grows increasingly desperate. We were hoping you stopped by. I'll show you to Commander Aldin at once. Yay. Cutscene.
Welcome sight as always, Hemo.
Aye. And lots happened since we last spoke.
Silver Griffin's been keeping busy. As have I and my men. I'm afraid we've little to show for our efforts. Although we've been searching high and low for the blasphemy, we see neither hide nor hair of it. Unfortunately, everyone else has had better luck. We've received reports of lesser beasts throughout Girabania, putting them down as important as hunting the blasphemy that got away. To complicate matters, rumors have been circulating that these beasts were the Skull's kin. This was true of the recent incident in Alagana. We cannot have people jump into conclusions, given what they might feel tempted to do. It's been suggested that we take these individuals into custody, for their own protection as much as the safety of others. But that would only isolate them even further and give credence to the rumors. The recent unrest has hindered the efforts of the Silver Griffins to no end. Therefore, I ask that you aid them in their endeavors and see if there is aught that can be done.
Also, you'll be joined by another volunteer. Try not to be too surprised. I thought I felt my ears burning. Hello, Fredola. Said I don't need a keeper, but they bloody listen. Did they bollocks? Come on, don't be like that. It's what you agree to. Besides, you never know when you might have need of a healer, and there's none better than Hemo. He's right. You've earned a measure of trust, and this shouldn't be taken to mean otherwise. Thick as thieves, are we now? There's no need for this sodding collar, eh? We all know it's not coming off anytime soon. This is how it's to be, and fine. As long as he keeps out of my way. I want the two of you to visit the Silver Griffin's headquarters in Alagana. Several relatives of the Crenia Lupi have agreed to meet with them. We could do with a measure of precaution. Crenia Lupi? Lupi just sounds better. Anyone so much as mentions the skulls, I'll deal with it. Understood? Yeah. Let's get this over with. Yeah. You gonna put Iron Roll around? She's as much at risk of turning as anyone else, maybe even more so. You don't need the Echo to see the weight she's carrying. She's still not got a handle on her own Echo either. Sometimes the visions come without warning, and with such force, it's all she can do to stay standing. There's no telling what might happen when she comes face to face with the family of her former comrades. So look after her, please. Of course. I wish there was more I could do for her myself. We've all got our own duties. I'll see them through to the end. So must we all. Follow Fordola's lead. Counting on you both. Be ready to step in, and she curses you for it. Fordola's not the sort to ask for help, so make sure she doesn't get in over her head, would you? I'll try, man. Had a feeling Raban would send you, a Hemo. As for her... If you got any complaints, take it up with the commander. No, it's fine. Truth be told, ever since that day at the Royal Palace, I've been thinking. Stop. You don't want to say it. And I don't want to hear it. To the matter at hand, then. We Silver Griffins have been working to support the relatives of the Crania Lupi. It just sounds wrong. Lupi. But one family has gone missing. A mother and her parents, who lived together under the same roof. One of ours paid them a visit, but they were nowhere to be seen. When they went inside to check, they found the house had been torn to shreds. Thick gouges in the floor and the walls, made by a beast's claws by the look of them. You think they've turned? That's the most likely explanation. Please, do what you must before anyone else is hurt. There's no time to waste. I'll head west, you head east. There we go. Bye, Raggedford. Okay, all the way up. It says up on the mini-map. We go up. What the fuck? Damn. In the dirt, you spy an envelope containing a crumpled, tear-stained letter. Read the letter? Yes, obviously. Dear Mother, I hope this letter finds you well. Time is short, so I must keep this brief. Although I have never done anything to make you proud, I promise you things will be different when the war is over. Till then, take care. Know that I love you with all my heart. Placing the letter back into its envelope, you turn your attention to finding the others. Was it really smart for me to just let Cordola go? Weren't we supposed to keep an eye on her or some shit? Uh-oh. This is bad. Yay, actual usable. I have macrocosmos now. I could possibly use that. Give me the Ewer.
Ew.
Give me the Ewer. Draw another card. Don't give me the Ewer. Give me the Ewer now. Give me the spear. Come on, man. Time-worn wedding ring. Oh dear. Discover what appears to be a wedding ring with a name and date engraved on the inside. Seemingly no more clues to be found, you decide to report to Ragnfred. There you are, Cordell. What's done is done. Were you able to find anything? I gotta raise that. Hold on, wait. I have a data for this character. Where's item help? Guess what it is? Item help. Here it is. Raise. Yeah, let's try that again. That's better. Okay. Though its contents neither verify nor disprove your suspicions, this letter was almost certainly penned by a now-deceased member of the Crania Lupi. The outer edge is covered in myriad scuffs and scratches, while the inner is marked only with a name and date, carefully engraved. Time-worn stuff.
It's like a treasure map.
And it is as we feared. I found the killed the third, and was carrying this. What is it? Tell me. A magic ring. I'll deliver these effects to their next of kin and arrange for a funeral. As close to as possible under the circumstances. There's no changing the past. We'll always carry it and the scars. But no matter who we were or what we did, we're all Amigans. Then and now. The Empire was our enemy then, and now it's despair. Good words and deeds will serve us best in this fight. Weapons even an old man like me can yet wield. Thanks to the two of you, the missing villagers may finally be laid to rest. I and the other Silver Griffins will redouble our efforts to prevent any further tragedies. Finished checking the wares, sir. Everything is in order. Good work. Take a rest, lad. You've more than earned it. Keep this to yourselves. But Everett's younger brother was a member of the Crania Lupi. He's exactly the sort of person we're trying to help. Like many of the others, he was reluctant to talk to us at first. But after we'd gained his trust, we were able to find him work. He's taken to it well. Oh shit, I'm gonna talk to him. Yeah, that's the commander. Look at her. Sir, the butcher! Traitors, all of us. Kinslayers deserving of hate and death. Hate and death! Yo, calm down, man. Get back! Get back! shit. She just took that. What a champion. I'm a healer. It's okay. About time I do the aspect of benefit. Here you go. Whoosh. Sparkle, sparkle. Stay away from her. Oh shit, she remembers. $4 saved your girl's life. I know, but... Jeez. It happened in an instant. Oh, that poor lad. But it had to be done. Without hesitation. It would have been much worse otherwise. Could you go after $4 and see to her wounds? I'll do what I can here. Okay. This is your drama time, not mine. I'm just here on the healing roll. Wow. That was rough. Damn, she ran. There you are.
Oh, quit being a little sad little girl. It'd grow up time.
I'm fine. Leave me be.
I'm a healer, you know.
I said I don't need your help! Aw, it's not only your injuries I'm worried about. If you're here to patch me up, get on with it. Quietly. Render aid. Oh, wait. This is the longest time I've ever cast Benefic. Extremely long cast time. Might as well just do the healer LB. Just right on her. Coil can't change its spots. There's no washing the blood off my hands. Nor would I, even if I could. Taking up Garly and Steel was the first choice, not the last. Like the first kill. The hardest. Every choice after that came easier and easier until I stopped counting. Stopped caring. You tell yourself it's right. For the greater good. You give the order, feel the ground tremble as the cannon fires, and when the dust settles, your own men are buried beneath the rubble. And you tell yourself. You tell yourself. Me too. I won't let it take you. That man in the village. I saw his past. I'm the one who killed his brother. I'll be alright. I just need a moment. Can you wait with me? Nodders. Of course I will. I'm a healer, that's what I do.
Bedside manner.
Bedside treatment? What the fuck is it called? I don't know. Another cutscene. Back-to-back cutscenes. Everything the skulls fought for, the sacrifices we made, things we did. In the end, it was all for nothing. Sometimes I look back on the road I walked and the bitterness I can still taste, and I wonder, if I'd grown up in another place, another time, would I have done the same to a different people? Was it always in me to be me? All I know is everyone would have been better off if I'd never been born. That's not true at all. But I was. I dragged others into a hell of my own making. I remember these two brothers in particular, childhood friends of mine. The older one enlisted with me, but the younger... He would never have made it as a soldier. He was too kind, too good. Ansfrid died at Specula Imperatoris, but his brother's still out there somewhere. But I've got the courage to face him after what I did. Hope he's found the life he deserves. He did. He's helping out an old lady. I remember him.
Nodders.
Although the Crania Lupi at Towers died that day, though. I know from one of my visions that at least one survived. Rudolph. Glad he made it out. Too many others didn't. Oh, maybe that's who I'm talking about. Oh. Yeah, that was the person at the end of the Minago quest line for custom deliveries.
Ooh.
I have memory. I have good memory. My brain's good. That's why I'm a Lalafell. I'm a potato. There ain't nothing else in this body. Healing and brains. Too many others still need our help. I help make this blasphemy, and by Rogger, I'll kill the bastard if it's the last thing I do. Anyway, it's enough out of me. I'll be heading back to the city to make my report. Suggest you do likewise.
Okay.
Maybe it was Rudolph. What the fuck? The questions you ask when it comes to some people. Ooh. 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 Ixion may be up. I don't care, actually, right now. I should care, because I don't have the Ixion mount yet on this character. But there will be other times.
Welcome back. Fordola's already given her account, and I'd like to hear yours, too.
It was terrible. Just her standing there caused somebody to turn.
So she almost turned into a beast herself.
Oh, and that too.
I'll have to take that into consideration before sending her into the field again. As far as the events in Alagana are concerned, the two of you did well. Despite the appearance of several beasts, you were able to prevent any further casualties. However, this serves to confirm that those with connections to Crania Lupi should be considered at risk of turning. Over the years, many of them drifted away from the larger settlements and have taken to living in secret. Others made their way to Ul'dah as refugees, including some individuals of interest. As such, we'll be working closely with the Immortal Flames to locate and offer support to those refugees in particular. In fact, I plan to make the journey there for an audience with the Sultana. Once my preparations are complete, perhaps you might accompany me. I'm sure she'll be glad to see you.
Wasted XP. Who cares? Level 87, a new battleground. The quest to protect vulnerable Alamegans leads to Ul'dah. Here to see Commander Aldin, I take it? This way, please. We're just gonna walk into the same corner? Like, it's not a secret, and it's still raining. Look at poor Arnvald. Give him an umbrella, man.
Our request for an audience with the Sultana has been accepted. Before we depart, I'll share what we've learned since we last spoke. The blasphemy continues to elude us, all the while driving others to succumb to despair and turn. Even with Alamegan and Ul'dah forces searching for the signs of beasts and more potential victims, we've yet to discern a pattern in the chaos. Nevertheless, if our blasphemy is like others, its behavior is likely dictated by the passions and regrets of the man it once was. Therefore, any information concerning him and the life he led may help us track it down before it strikes again.
Alright, time for my terrible Arnvald impression. We don't want people to shun the families of the skulls any more than they already have. The fact remains that the vast majority of the beasts have been born from them. The ones at greatest risk of turning, without question. Fordola concerns me too. She came close to transforming once before, so I think it might be best if we keep her out of this after all. She deserves a chance to make amends.
I'm inclined to agree with Ahemo. She's able to resist the transformation and has shown no signs of succumbing since then. If she wants to do her part, I say we let her.
Nodders.
I'ma stand up for her, man. If I could go with us, dude. Oh, quit that.
Actually, I was hoping you'd come with us to meet the Sultana. I believe she would benefit greatly from your understanding of the struggles of our people. Struggles our people face. Yikes. You'd gain from the experience, too. Well, she's not the sort to brandish a sword and charge into battle. You'll soon discover she's a champion of her own arena, as brave as any warrior, and as stout as any Lalafell.
I doubt she'd have much to learn from the likes of me, but it would be an honor to make her acquaintance.
Yeah.
Arnvald and I will go on ahead and wait for you in the hustings strip. We'll see you anon.
Yeah. Raban, why don't you have an airship in Alamigo yet? That'd be great. Could I get like an airship landing here? This motherfucker Alamigo. Damn, dude. Back to my old stomping ground. This is where I started. It's cool. The Chamber of Rule. Papa Sean. Yo, where's Ferdola? Did I like walk by her? Am I stupid? Only let her out of my sight for a moment. Oh dear. First time I've been back here since I discharged myself from the infirmary without telling anybody, mind. Must remember to stop by and offer my thanks and an apology. Master Papachan was just telling us that Nanamo, or should I say Lady Lilira, has gone on another of her jaunts around the city. Though it's not my place to question her grace's judgment, I do wish she had consulted me before running off on her own. Perhaps I'm overthinking it, but it's unlike her to keep guests waiting. If I may so, sir, with blasphemies appearing throughout the land, it's a dangerous time to be going for a stroll. I suspect that may be the very reason. She wishes to see for herself how the citizenry fare in these trying times. Even so, it's downright reckless. We'll find her, though. Nodders. No, I couldn't possibly allow such esteemed guests to... Come now. We might be here on official business, but we're old friends. And as you may remember, I've a knack for tracking down errant sultanas. Some might say that knack is rather charitable. I should be glad of the assistance. I'll take a look around here. Visiting the locals will give me an opportunity to learn of recent goings-on in Uldar, too. Well then, there's no time like the present. Fear not. With me on the case, this will be over before you know it. If she's supposed to be meeting us here, maybe we should wait for her to come to us. Just between you and me, Raubon has never had much luck at finding Lady Lilira. Rather the opposite, which isn't to say he's misrepresenting his capabilities. Perhaps his recollection of events simply differs somewhat from reality. Oh, is that so? She came by to find him. I see. Well, he does have that air about him, right? Holy shit. I thought that man went to the moon. Red Mage quest. Been some time since the last combed these streets for a young Lilira. As a matter of fact, Papachan and I would compete to see which of us could find her first. As I recall, most of the contests ended in my favor. The trick, you see, is to look past the disguise and pay attention to the gestures and mannerisms. The tiniest movement that might give her away. Come, I'll show you how it's done. Now accompany me. Follow Raban's lead and try not to fall behind. Follow my lead. Okay. She's fond of perusing the stalls here. Is she now? Hey, wait for me. It's a walk down memory lane, literally, for me. Saint God, have you seen Lady Lilira? Up on wait. She's not here. Where could she be? What if she's been abducted? Why are you running? Why are you running? In one of these pots? Perhaps not. Oh, God. Who would abduct Lady Lilira? Never known her to be this elusive. She doesn't know you're here. That's odd. I tried all her usual haunts, unless she's hiding inside a barrel or something equally nonsensical. She must be elsewhere. God, so what if she chooses now, of all times, to run off? What if she's been abducted or run afoul of a beast? Perhaps we could try asking around. Aye, I was about to suggest the same.
We'll find her a lot quicker if we start by narrowing down who we're going to ask. Shouldn't we just check the Sultan tree? Come to think of it, something Papashan said caught my ear. He thought Nanama went on this excursion because of the emergence of the blasphemy and the beasts, to better understand how our people are coping with the situation. So she'd be driven to seek out the most desperate and destitute. Pearl Lane, then. Might I ask you to lead the way? I'll admit my ability to track missing persons may have dulled somewhat. Pearl Lane has ever been plagued by pickpockets and the like. I'll watch her back, so go ahead and give the search for Lillara your full attention.
Raban is now accompanying you. Speak with Raban.
Some say money can't buy you happiness, but they've never tried living without it. Those who call Pearl Lane home never had the luxury of choice. The city's poorest live here, and as such are at greater risk of turning. Knowing this, I expect Lillara came to learn from their plight.
Yeah. It's really hard to talk as Raban.
You gotta speak in this low voice. All the time. Imagine if you were Markiplier every day.
Hello, Enderbert. We'll tell you that all you need to change your stars is a chance. A steady job with a modest salary. Those people are fools. The important thing for us now is to not fall prey to the lie that is the old Dawn dream, for that is but a tool they use to divide us. Only through united purpose and collective action will we achieve lasting change for ourselves and our children. He has always been long-winded.
While it may not be immediately obvious, conditions have improved considerably of late. Her Grace continues to support the rebuilding efforts in Giribania, which has led to creation of jobs for many of the locals, both here and on the other side of Belsar's wall.
Oh. Well, that's nice to know, I guess. Conniving ne'er-dweller. What you doing, man? Family ain't interested unless you got a business proposal, pal. Got it? Good. Get the hells out of here. Oh. Fine, be that way. Ask about the poll. The polls.
In every society there are haves and have-nots, and seldom is this divide more sorely felt than here in Ul'dah. Many of the young and able-bodied work for Lolorito as guards, though he earns more in an afternoon than most will in a lifetime.
I see. Well, we looked all up and down the lane, man. I see her. Oh, shit. There she is. Holy crap. Be damned.
None Lady Lillara.
Raban? Whatever are you doing here? Well, you know. Came to visit. And Hamo too. Well, I'm glad to see you both. Our meeting is not yet due to commence for several bells. What is the meaning of this?
We were worried, and with good reason. It's a far too dangerous time to be roaming about alone, Your Grace.
Some things never changed, but I assure you, I'm quite capable of looking after myself, in my own city of all places. More importantly, I wish to observe firsthand how the people have been faring of late, that I might be better prepared to participate in our discussion later. But I have finished, and you will be comforted to hear.
Then pray allow us to escort you to more amenable surroundings. Would you care to ride on my shoulder?
Certainly not. You have already attracted more than enough attention. I'm gonna go up the stairs. Where are the stairs again? I've already. There it goes. Over here. So where is this going? Where is this story going? I'm not even sure anymore. Probably take a left here.
Run, Hahemo, run.
Watch Hahemo run. She's still not here.
I had every faith you and the commander would find her.
I have a feeling the search would have taken rather longer if Raban had been left to his own devices. Oh, okay. She went to go get changed.
thank you all for making the journey here during these difficult times.
Oh, man. It's rough.
And it is my pleasure to properly make your acquaintance. On behalf of the people of Eorzea, allow me to express my sincerest gratitude for your continued dedication to our cause.
With respect, Your Grace, I'm just a soldier. Was a soldier.
Still, I say, Commander Aldin would not make such a distinction, and neither will I. You yet serve your people and have provided solace to many of Alamigo's most vulnerable. If we are to deal with this threat, we must forearm ourselves with knowledge. I understand you come bearing information regarding the blasphemy and its victims.
We have indeed. Something, something, something. Despair, something, something, something. And with this, we come to your aid.
Hence the need to locate families of Crania Lupi members who have fled to Thanalan. There's no end to the struggles faced by Alamigan refugees, and those who once pledged allegiance to the Empire no exception. But rest assured that, irrespective of their pasts, all will be treated with an even hand. All will be afforded such aid as I am able to provide.
Magnanimous as always, Your Grace.
If I might be so bold, I have a question. What do you have in mind for those most at risk of undergoing the change?
I believe there is but one recourse.
Rehabilitation. I'll send him to asylum.
Earnest and open dialogue. While some are born into unimaginable wealth, others suffer great hardship and oppression. The circumstances of our birth are beyond our control. Our fate subject to the whims of the gods, some would argue. I once thought myself a prisoner to my fate, a figurehead, helpless to watch on as my people starved, a powerless puppet. I wanted nothing more than to cast it all aside, to free us all, but failed through my naivete. And then was afforded a second chance for my privilege. The world is unfair, terribly so, but we have the power to push back against inequalities and injustices, if not overcome them on blessed occasions. To love our neighbor and share in life's bounties, to open our hearts and come together as one.
Truer words were never spoken.
But without the support of the people, such words are naught but vain platitudes. Thankfully, my recent attempts to make inroads with the monetarists have met with some success. Despite differing views on many subjects, we yet strive to find common ground.
Common ground.
Yeah, that's something you can't walk on anymore. Ha!
We've been pouring all of our efforts into aiding families of the Crania Lupi. Well, it seems to help to a degree. Some have still succumbed and turned. Of course, they're not the only ones in danger. Alamigans everywhere, whether they sided with the Empire, fought for the Resistance, or were caught in the middle, they all suffer. They all wake up at night. They all wake up in the night at times, haunted by memories of death and despair. We know what can happen if those feelings are left to fester.
The legacy of the Imperial occupation will not soon be forgotten. But rather than seek to forget, mayhap it's necessary to remember, to acknowledge and accept the truth of it, that they may properly mourn those they have lost.
Remembrance. I propose we hold a memorial ceremony for those who died during the war. Everyone, no matter who they were, what they did. Let them be loved. Let them be hated. But above all, let them be remembered. In the remembering of the dead, in their honor and their sin, we, the living of Alamigo, may yet find the sliver of common ground.
It's a noble sentiment, but bringing together people who have reason to distrust one another and risk inflaming tensions could be a recipe for disaster. Then again, we can't keep ignoring the merit in the room and do nothing to address the situation. As long as we leave it to the individual to decide whether or not to attend the ceremony. I think it's worth a try. Organizing an event on this scale will require a great deal of effort, so I offer my full support. Once you know what's needed, come to me and we'll put the plan into action.
Obviously, some would balk at the idea, which is perfectly understandable, so I'll be listening to their opinions as well. After all, we want it to be a ceremony that brings Alamigans together.
Yeah.
I was wondering, Your Grace, if I might ask about your approach to, well, talking to people, winning them over. As you can tell, I'm no politician, so I'd be grateful for any advice you could share with me.
Why, I would be delighted to. As a matter of fact, I have a number of matters I wish to discuss with you.
And on that note, I suggest you and I return to Alamigo.
Just leave Arenvald here to push himself? What a dickhead. Maybe Nanima will just stand on like Papa Sean's shoulder and push him around.
The relationship between Ul'dah and Alamigo is one which I cherish deeply. It is imperative that we coordinate our efforts in facing this crisis. To see the Sultana grow to become such a capable and compassionate leader brings a tear to my eye.
Wonder what Abba and Auli would say if I could tell them I had a chat with the Sultana. I can hardly believe it myself. Back to Alamigo. I like that quest. That quest is good. Honestly, it's the same thing with the tank quests as well. There's only like really one good tank quest. Because I always found the tank quest kind of funny. Where it's like she decided that, oh, you know what, we're going to help the elementals. The elementals can help us. And they're all like, no, why are you hugging trees, man? People are dying out here. Do something.
I knew Arenvald would make a good impression, but he's outdone himself. Not only has he found a new avenue in life to explore, he's taken to it with considerable aplomb. While the proposed memorial ceremony is bound to have its detractors, I have faith that many will come around. Not all, but enough, I pray. For our part, we must stand at the ready for whatever may occur. I shall send word if there are any developments.
Level 88, laying the past to rest.
There you are, Hamo. Commander Alden has asked me to convey to you the following information. At present, we are looking into reports of missing relatives of the Crania Lupi. With the cooperation of the Silver Griffins, we're currently searching for any clues as to their whereabouts. Thanks to the concerted efforts of Ragnfrid and the others, the general public has been willing to cooperate with our investigation. Though many still harbor feelings of distrust for the collaborators and their kin, they've grown more receptive to our cause on the whole. Arenvald's been making steady progress in preparing for the memorial ceremony. He plans to host a meeting between the various community leaders to go over the finer details. In fact, he was wondering whether you could assist in delivering the invitations. If you can spare the time, you should be able to find them in the Mercantile District. Anyway, that's all for now. I have a few other matters to attend to, so if you'll excuse me, duty calls.
Sure, I'll handle it. Mercantile District. Oh, the Aetherite Plaza? Oh, Christ. Well, now I need a wheelchair.
Thanks for coming. It should come as no surprise that planning a memorial ceremony for our bloody nation will keep a man busy.
By Ralka, this is something else. The hardest part's been gathering information on those who died in the war, especially when it comes to skulls and other conscripts. They're the ones we need to treat most carefully. If we don't acknowledge the crimes of our kin in all their painful truth, we do a disservice to their victims living and dead. We let people paint them as monsters who did monstrous things we believe we would never do. We perpetuate a different but no less dangerous lie. As for preparing the event itself, I'll be holding a meeting with members from each of the settlements around Girabania. I've sent invitations to most of them already, but I was hoping you'd help me with the last two. There's Maraznun and the Peering Stones, and Sarisha and Viranilia. Woo. Names I've not said in a long time. Give you one for each. You know, maybe that's what I should do. I should go back through the story and just read everything in, like, my terrible voices. It's awesome. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they refuse, considering how the people suffered at the hands of the skulls. But I hope we can remind them that deep down, we're all just people trying to survive, protect our loved ones. We may have driven the Empire from our lands, but as long as we hold fast to the grudges born of the attempts to divide and set us against one another, we'll never be free of their legacy of cruelty. With that in mind, I've included an account of my experience with the Silver Griffins and the people I've met. Victims, collaborators, and their friends and their family. Men and women who lived through it all. Survivors. If they refuse to join the ceremony, at least they will know, and hopefully understand, our reasons for holding the event. Granted, I've not had much practice in writing important letters, but I think they'll get the message. You being the one to deliver them would make a world of difference, I'm sure. Take care, won't you? Yeah, man. Count on me. You can count on me. I wouldn't want you to go to the peering stones anyways. This thing's like up a mountain.
Ah, so you're still the nun.
Greetings, friend. It has been too long since we last spoke. What brings you to my village?
The weight of the words within is almost tangible, in addition to the weight of the paper itself. I have here an invitation for you.
We want to hold a memorial service for all those that died. So the rumors are true. I need not read this letter in full to know its contents. I understand that Ragnfred's volunteers are working to support the families of those lost in the war, which few will deny is a worthy cause, but to include the relatives of the Crania Lupi. The Skulls watched the Empire slay us in our thousands, and still they turned their cloaks and fought for our oppressors. And you would ask us to mourn the deaths of these curs alongside their victims? Ask when you read the letter. Holy crap. You have every right to be angry and to refuse. Arnvald wishes that you only read his account before you make your decision, or something like that. To dismiss it out of hand would be discourteous. Very well. It's just written in chicken scrawl. Doesn't know how to write at all. Family. As none, my tribe is my family, and I know all too well the responsibility that brings. I would do anything to protect them. Anything. Loyalty, pride, conscience, my very soul. All are meaningless if I cannot ensure the safety of those I love. I suspected some Skulls had been faced with the self-same choice. To see how their king suffered, I cannot say I do not understand. I wish that I did not. Their crimes will never be forgiven. They cannot be. But I, and any others who are willing, can offer our prayers for these tortured souls and the men they could have been. I accept the invitation, not on behalf of the M tribe, tribe, but as Miraz Nun, though I will put the question to my people that they decide for themselves. I am also eager to make the acquaintance of the person who wrote this letter. He is not one to turn a blind eye to the bitter truth, painful though it is to confront. The meeting will be a perfect opportunity to take his measure.
Yeah, man.
He's a great guy. Very reliable. I'm gonna go talk to the snake people.
Snack.
Garima.
Welcome. To what do we owe the pleasure of your visit? I have a letter for you. Can you read it? Then it is as I suspected. There have been rumors that such a ceremony would take place. Although you have traveled far to make this invitation, I must decline. We cannot mourn the loss of the fallen of the Crania Lupi to be counted among them. Like the Kalyana, they chose to aid the Garlean oppressors, killing and bleeding for those who would pillage our lands. Cowards and traitors all. And we are to assume that the Kalyana who died fighting for the Empire will be honored as well. If so, that is all the more reason for us to refuse.
And as you're right, no one will say otherwise. I come only to present a letter and ask that you read it in full. Arnvald, understand and accept that you might refuse. His only request that you read his account and then decide. Arnvald understands and accepts that you might refuse. The only request is that you might read it and understand before you decide.
If you insist.
Apparently it's very legible, Chicken Scratch. Thank you, Arnvald.
No one was spared suffering in the occupation. Not the resistance, not the collaborators, not the families of both. No one. That so many would die in shame and ignominy, having sold their souls only to lose everything. It's a tragedy and a lesson. If they are forgotten, then the lesson of their folly is forgotten. For the sake of this land we call home, I will join you in remembrance and implore my people to do the same. In mourning, we may strengthen our ties with our neighbors as well. But Together, facing our past, can we build a foundation for lasting peace and prosperity? It would be my honor to attend the proposed meeting, and I look forward to personally thanking your friend Arenvald for his dedication. I and my peers have much to learn from the example he has set.
Damn, that's a really good letter. Damn. Damn, dude. That's a really good letter. Back to the Alamegan Quarter. Jesus Christ, what'd you write in there, man? Did you, like, promise everybody some Mickey D's? If they came by? Damn. Great job.
So how did you find the fringes?
Both of them said, yeah. Your letter convinced them.
They said that about me. It's rare for me to get such glowing praise, especially from renowned leaders like Saurashai and Miraz Nun. More importantly, though, they agreed to attend the meeting, and I've got you to thank for that. After all, I imagine it's hard to turn down an invitation when it's hand-delivered by the Warrior of Light himself.
Before I get ahead of myself, though, I must remember that this is only the beginning. Bringing everyone together is one thing, coming to an agreement on an extremely divisive issue is another kettle of fish entirely, as her grace was quick to point out. But as she's taught me, if our cause is just and our hearts are true, those of like mind will surely answer the call. And answer it they have. While there are bound to be differences of opinion, I'm sure there's nothing we can't overcome if we put our minds to it. To that end, I was hoping you could join us. You have the time to spare, so a few loose ends Raggedfred and I need to tie up beforehand, so we'll meet you in the palace as soon as we can. Just having you there will make a world of difference. Hell yeah, man. I'm there on guard duty. Along, healing duty. I just learned Macrocosmos. I can literally drop stars in everybody that decide to turn into monsters. I got your back. Okay, so we got this guy that'll take us to the gardens, and then we have this person who will take us into the palace.
Here for the meeting, yes?
Into the royal palace, yes. Cutscene. Damn near everybody's here. I only gave it to 2 people. So while we all agree upon the importance of the ceremony, we recognize that the inclusion of the crania lupi will be distressing for many. I too lost family at their hands, and I would never ask others to forgive and forget. But for all their crimes, they were Alamegans just like us. None made the decision to side with Garlemald lightly. They had a choice, and they chose to betray us. Who among us have not made difficult choices for kith and kin? And do not forget that Fordola chose to stand between us and a primal.
What does that have to do with it?
Ooh, a keycairn's here. I totally forgot the keycairns were a thing here. Brothers and sisters, arguing will avail us not. The fate of Alamigo rests on my shoulders and yours. On those of every man, woman, and child that call these lands home.
Talk about the measure of his reach or something.
To uphold our honor, to strive for prosperity, to protect our loved ones. We all know the weight of these responsibilities. 'Twas that self-same weight which drove many of our people to serve our oppressors, misguided as it was. And though they chose a different, unconscionable path, in the end we all wanted the same thing, to deliver our families from persecution. They might live to see one more day, because another day in shame and self-hatred was still better than none at all. The regretful dead are survived by their despair, a despair which threatens to drag us all into an abyss from where there is no escape. Know that it surely will, if we welcome it into our hearts out of disdain for those we cannot forgive. But we Alamegans will not be so easily defeated. We will stand united and conquer this menace.
Oh, fucked up his goddamn line. I'm so sad.
Every Alamegan who fought and died did so in the hopes that one day we would be free. And we are free. We are free. By the blood of our fallen brothers and sisters, we are free. Free to lock away the pain and pretend it has no power over us, till it festers and takes us in our beds. And free to lay it bare and let it breathe. To acknowledge and to mourn our people at their best and their worst. The past is ours to bear. All of it. For ourselves and
for future generations, so they needn't suffer like we did. Let us make Alamigo a nation where no man is left behind, where he can make all the wrong choices and still be afforded the chance to make a right one.
Yeah, that's good. That's solid. I like that. That's great. Man, I was speaking too loudly. Fuck.
That went better than any of us could have hoped for. You have my gratitude for your part in the proceedings. But we both know who the real hero of the day was. This was all Arenvald's idea, and it was his words that finally won over the naysayers. Now that we have the community leaders on our side, we should have a much easier time convincing the rest of the citizenry. Of course, holding the ceremony is by no means our final objective, no matter what we say. Some will refuse to attend. It is my hope, however, that it will still serve to provide a measure of closure for us all, to ease the plight of the vulnerable and ostracized. Speaking of which, you will recall the incident with Vordola and Alagana. Young girl she saved and her mother wished to thank her personally. Considering what happened last time, though, I have reservations. It would be a valuable opportunity to present a former skull in a more positive light. On the other hand, I don't need to tell you how unpredictable she can be. That's before taking her echo into consideration. That's a conversation for another day. Go and get some rest. You've earned it.
Ooh, I get food. The blasphemy hunter may seem calm and collected from a distance, but you suspect something is amiss.
Something terrible has happened.
Terrible.
It's Vordola. She's escaped.
Escaped.
She was accompanying a squadron out on a training exercise. One moment she was there, and the next she was gone. I didn't think much of it at the time, but she's been acting strangely ever since she went to meet that mother and child. You know, the ones who wanted to thank her for saving the girl's life. When I told Commander Aldin about it, he went charging off to Alagana to ask him if they have any idea where Vordola might be. I thought about going after him, but when I heard you were headed this way, I reckon it'd be better to send you in my stead. Godspeed, Hamo.
Interesting. Very interesting. Oh my god. Even Arenvald's here.
Be good. What is she thinking? I know you. You're friends with that brave lady, aren't you?
Correct.
Have we done something wrong?
Yes, you have. We're here to arrest you and your child for being Alamigan. Hail there. I am here to heal.
Hey, Mo. I was expecting to see you here. You've heard what's happened, then. Just as Vordola was beginning to earn our trust, she's given us the slip. As you may know, she wears a choker that's designed to do exactly that.
Oh, God.
As you may know, she wears a choker that is designed to do exactly that if its enchantment is triggered. It's supposed to prevent her from escaping. If I were to give the order, she would be dead within moments. She knows that. Took the risk anyway, though I believe she has a good reason. That's what we're looking into now. We're hoping Clarel and young Lily here could shed some light on the matter.
And you have any idea where that brave lady went?
We'd like to ask you about your conversation with Vordola, if we may.
Yes, of course.
I know she's a butcher, or was, at least, but it didn't seem right to go without thanking her. That's why I requested the meeting, to express my gratitude and my apologies. She was quiet at first, just stood there as we spoke, as if she weren't even listening. And then I mentioned the blasphemy, and she looked at Lily. And all of a sudden, clutched her own head in agony. And cried out in agony.
Oof. She had a vision.
The echo. Can you remember what you were thinking about at the time? A man. The one I saw in the city. What? Who? Did he have something to do with all those people panicking? I think he did, When I was waiting for you, I saw him. He was by himself. He looked poorly, so I asked if he was all right. He said yes. He had a nice smile. He got up and started walking, but then... he was shouting and screaming. I was so frightened. I didn't want to talk about it, not even to Mum. But she said something sooner. Oh, I'm sorry, Puppet. This is my fault for leaving you on your own.
The man who turned to a blasphemy, I'd wager. The girl saw him, which means Fordola has now seen him too.
There was one other thing. When Fordola was having her funny turn, she said something... Charlie? No, Charlotte, I think. Yes, that was it.
Ring any bells?
Can't say it does.
But if it has anything to do with the skulls, the Silver Griffin should have some information on them. We'd best have a word with Ragnfrid then.
Daughters.
You've both been very helpful. I also like to thank you for being so kind to Fordola. You may not have said it, but I'm sure it meant a lot to her.
I've a couple more things I'd like to ask, so I'll catch up with you later.
Whatever she's dealing with, she needed to face it alone. Wish I could have told her that. I know she probably wouldn't have listened.
Where did the brave lady go?
Probably kill the thing.
Fordola may well be everything people say she is, or worse. But she did us a good turn that day. I'll never forget it.
Good. It's good not to forget them. Forget the heroes and do not wish to be heroes.
I have a feeling this Charlotte and
Charlotte?
Charlotte and Fordola are connected in some way.
Charlotte, you say? Yes, that name came up during our recent investigations. As I recall, he served under the Viceroy during the occupation, and his whereabouts is currently unknown. He had an older brother named Ansfrid, one of the Crania Lupi, which would give him a connection to Fordola. Is there anyone who could tell us more about him? Yes, an uncle, who we recently helped find employment here in Alagana. He's actually the one who asked us to look for Charlotte. You'll most likely find him working at the Sleeping Stones. As it happens, I was planning to bring him something to eat. I'll join you there shortly. Perhaps that's where we find Fordola. Perhaps she's protecting him. I don't know if she's been told how the blasphemies work, though. How they're essentially haunted. By just one aspect of their life. It's still above me, okay. Okay, minimap, I will follow you. You tell me it's above me, I'll keep going up. Alright, now it's below me. I've gone too far up. I found the cubes. Ain't nobody here.
Perhaps we should have asked what he looks like.
Still looking, huh? That's him over there. The only person working. Oh, there's Earliths all around. Okay, cool. I thought it'd go straight into another cutscene. It's just cut. I hope we're not interrupting.
No, of course not. It's good to see you, Ragnfrid.
With the Bull of Alamigo and the Champion of the Alliance. What brings such esteemed guests to our humble, quarry?
At ease, my good fellow. We merely wish to talk to you about your nephew.
Oh. Charlotte, you found him?
No luck yet, then.
Is there anything else you could tell us? More about his childhood, perhaps?
Wasn't much of one, I'm afraid. Poor boy's life was ruined long before he had any say in the matter. His parents and I swore allegiance to Garlemald to secure ourselves and our kin's citizenship. For the good it did us here, living amongst our countrymen who treated us as pariahs. Took its toll on him and his brother, to be spat on as traitors by association. One thing led to another, and Ansford, together with most of his friends, joined the Imperial Army. So it started, you know, the Crania Lupi. Gaius's loyal little pups. Do you remember the names of these friends? Yes, they had quite the reputation growing up. There was Emmeline, Rudolph, the angry little girl who grew up to become the butcher herself, Fordola. Charlotte was part of the group too, yes? From what we've heard, he chose not to become a soldier. Would have lasted a day of training. He knew that better than anyone, of course, and that helped him feel any less guilty for turning his back on the others. He blamed himself for the deaths, not stopping them when he had the chance, not being strong enough to fight by their side. Maybe he saved them, maybe not, but he wasn't there. He wished he had been. One day he was gone. Wherever he is, I hope he's safe and well. So do we. Thank you. This information you shared should prove useful. And for you, I brought some food. Why don't you call it a day and go enjoy it with your family?
Let him have the peace for now. Back to Alagan. Damn, Ferdola's not here neither. Where would she be? Will she just be underneath the city now? I wonder. She'd be underneath Alamigo? Maybe that's where the blasphemy is hiding. Or underneath everybody's noses.
That little girl's worried about Fordola. So the mother, well, it's complicated. Understandable, really. Once we know for certain what has become of Charlotte, we'll have to tell his uncle. Not only was his brother a member of the Skulls, but Charlotte himself was a chosen friend of Fordola's. But he refused to support the support of Silver Griffins as well. Been trying to make his own way for some time now. His brother and his friends died at Specula Imperatoris, save for Fordola. The gods only know how he felt about her after that. Or how Fordola felt about Charlotte after seeing Lily's memory of him transforming into a blasphemy. Brother of a man she's killed and a childhood friend besides. She thinks she's responsible for this. That's why she ran. Kill the beast. Never thought I'd say this, but I'm worried about her.
Fordola's a survivor and an outcast herself. Exactly the sort of person the Silver Griffins are trying to support. You've seen for yourself the sacrifices she's willing to make. And you can learn to feel sympathy for her. Maybe others can too.
Nodders. I think we have enough information for the time being. Let's return to the city and plan our next move.
The investigation into Fordola continues.
As the saying goes, history is written by the victor. I'll wager those who swore loyalty to Garlemald never thought they'd find themselves on the losing side. They did. They paid a price. Maybe not enough for some. We've got to draw a line somewhere. To some, Fordola's a monster worse than any blasphemy, but I've seen enough working with the Silver Griffins to realize it's never that simple. I want to believe there's hope for her. That there's hope for us all. That's how it starts. That's how you defeat despair. You hope.
Despair is just a tangible form of giving up. And hope is a tangible form of standing up. And everything is against you. Hail, I am here.
I've assigned a few of my soldiers to assist the Silver Griffins in investigating Charlotte's background. With luck, we'll find him quickly. Then we can prepare for what must come after. We're all but certain Charlotte's the one who transformed into a blasphemy. so there's naught to be done but to put him out of his misery. As for Fordola, put Minago and her troops in charge of tracking her. Once they found her, they have my permission to lend whatever support they deem necessary. If it comes to it, I may ask you to join in the search. Until such time, I ask that you take this opportunity to rest.
Eat fish. The Gift of Mercy. I just get these 3 material. Nice. Technically a 6. Blasphemy Hunter is even more flustered than usual, and with good reason. Thank goodness you're here. Commander Aldin needs to see you right away. Follow me. Okay.
Keep it contained until I arrive, but do not engage. Engage if you can help it. Understood?
Minago. A unit has found Fordola, or rather, she has found them.
In fact, I have Fordola on the search party's link pearl. She wants a word with you.
Okay.
Ba-doo, ba-doo.
Oh, there we go. This is urgent, so be quiet and listen. The blasphemy, my friend, is right in front of us. I tracked him down, and when he spotted me, he started heading towards Specula Imperatoris. Look, Hamo, I need your help.
My help.
Well, let's not... He never wanted to hurt anyone, but the thing he's become is... I can't leave him like this. I've got to stop him, whatever it takes. I'm on my way. Over here. This is Minago. Can you hear me? We've got the blasphemy surround... It's on the move. Get ahead of it, but maintain distance. We need to... Fordola, what are you doing? Fordola! Fordola!
There's no time to waste. They need our help.
Let's do this. Raucous beard. Well, she's got her mind set there's no stopping her. She convinced herself she's responsible for this mess, that she created the blasphemy single-handedly. All I ask is that you see she makes it out of this alive. She's come so far. I don't want to lose her. Wow. Wow.
Radiata and Alagiri are not that far from Specula Imperatoris, but if the blasphemy slip through our fingers, there's some bad thinking about. While Fordola is determined to slay it by her own hand, we can't allow her recklessness to put the lives of others in jeopardy. The time has come for action. Are you ready?
Ready for anything.
Ooga booga!
Hold the line. For as long as you can. Commander Aldin and the Warrior of Light will be here any moment. Stay strong. Literally, this moment. Hell yeah! Hit him with that low blow. I'm here. To lend what aid I can.
You've done well. Leave the rest to us.
Yes, sir. Get the injured to safety.
Ooga booga. Coward. Coward. Traitor. To them. To everyone.
Ah, shit. My head.
I wish there was another way. So do I. Fighting's the only thing I'm any good at. Makes me wonder how I ended up with such a clever brother.
Too clever for my own good, maybe. There's the thought of going into battle, of getting hurt, and having to hurt other people.
It's a bleeding hard, Charlotte. Sooner befriend a fly than shoot away, much less kill it.
I could kill if I wanted. I could. But you don't. There's no shame in that. Leave the soldiering to us, Charlotte. We'll show the Garleys what we're capable of, with the power and respect we deserve. And then, things will change. They will. You'll see. We found a place for ourselves, and you'll find yours soon enough. Alright, that'll do. Everyone who's enlisting, meet back here tomorrow. In the end, what good did I do? They gave everything they had to give, while I hid like a rat waiting for the storm to pass. Coward. Coward. Coward! Ah! Ooga booga. Coward. Coward. Better dead. Better forgotten. It's not your fault, Charlotte. It's not. You didn't do anything wrong. And I'm the coward. The traitor. The butcher. I'll always be the butcher. Don't you dare, Fredola! You don't get to end it. You don't get to give up. I won't let you. You have a lifetime to make amends and atone, to become something more than you were. But if you die here, you are everything they say, everything you believe. Is that what you want? She's not going anywhere. Damn! Racketford pushed him all the way here. Arnvald, why are you here? There's nowhere else I'd rather be. I can't fight by your side, but I can still cheer you on. I've seen your past, Charlotte. How you were left behind by your friends while your friends rushed into battle. Me too. I saw that too. Bloody hard, isn't it? Wanting to do something so desperately with every fiber of your being, knowing that you should be able to. You should. But you can't. So you find another way to support them. Your way. You did that too, didn't you? You were there for them, even if you didn't feel like it. But you were, Charlotte. You were. As a friend of mine once said, not all heroes are forged in the fires of battle.
The history of Alamigo is written blood. While we cannot change the past, we can change the future. And for that, we must all play our part. All of us!
You too, Fredola. Play your part. Ansfrid, Emmeline, one day we'll be together again. But not yet. You'd never hurt anyone, Charlotte. That's not who you are. You'll be remembered as the kind soul you always were.
Blasphemy, Charlotte.
I'm counting on you.
Nodders.
Oh. Hide that.
As one!
Yeah! Die until I lay Charlotte to rest.
Oh Christ, I've been reading that.
Ah!
Dodged. 11 sphere evocation.
Lightning aspected ether. Keep away from it.
Ground pound.
It's no good.
We got to weather the storm.
Divination. Send them to the 7th gate.
Oh shit, there went all this fucking help.
Also divination to work on him. Fulminous Torment.
The lightning is sapping Fordola's strength. Set lightning tune to me. Cast Asuna quickly. I owe you for that.
Stay together. Raging in your heart, dwelling in your heart. Together. We must be together.
Oh shit. It's Shiva.
Show them what we're made of!
And she goes, hurrah! Fulminous Torment. Hell yeah. Oh, this hurts. Oh, it doesn't. Cool. Woeful fulgurance.
Will not fall so easily. I'm sorry, Fotola. There's no chance. Let's finish him off.
It's over, Charlotte. I'll end your suffering.
This is all wrong. All wrong. Let me handle this.
Ten seconds to Fordola's penitent blade. I don't have this yet. Sweet, exactly what I need.
It's up to you, Fotola.
Thank you. I mean it. Yeah, I can tell.
Cutscene over? Question mark? Nope, not yet. It's still going.
I've been looking everywhere for you. Have you now?
Now we put it on? Yes? No. No. No, we do not. Turn it off again. We put them in the last remaining beast spawned by the blasphemy. It is a pity we could do naught for those who turned. But that we were able to prevent further casualties is nothing short of a miracle. It's astonishing, too, looking back at Charlotte's case. Although his existence spurred others to transform, he never attacked any settlements or travelers. Even when he underwent a change in the middle of a crowded street, those who were present escaped with minor injuries at worst. I think that deep down his compassion is what kept the raging blasphemy at bay. The time he emerged from hiding was the journey to the place where his brother died. Aye. It's clear he still retains some semblance of his former self. Another victim of the Empire's terrible legacy, along with his friends and so many others. The Crania Lupi wasn't the creation of the Imperials alone. Many of those youths sought a place with them because they were denied one with us. That's why the memorial ceremony is so important. It's our chance to face our past together. To give them in death what we couldn't in life. To not deny anyone a place in memory, if it hurts or makes us feel ashamed. You'll be attending, won't you?
I haven't been ordered to, so I suppose not.
In light of your leal service to Alamigo, I intend to have the conditions by which you are bound erased. Eased, my bad. Providing I am able to obtain approval, you will be granted a degree of freedom. At the very least, you should soon have no need for that choker.
There'll be no objections from me. You've done well.
I didn't know better. I think you were smiling.
Well, I for one couldn't be happier her efforts are being recognized. Gives me that much more motivation to continue my work with the Silver Griffins and bring the people of Alamigo closer together. Gotta do my best to keep up with a certain little lordling, aye? Correct.
I think we've done enough for one day. Time we got some rest.
Now cutscene's over. Another cutscene starts up.
Allow me, as both the Guardian of Alamigo and as your sworn comrade, to express my thanks for coming to our aid in these desperate times. No matter what manner of disaster may befall us, your presence alone is enough to keep the flame of hope burning bright. Aye, even someone on the very precipice of despair such as Fodola can find salvation in your guiding light.
Laying it on a big dick, aren't you? Heavens forbid people would stop throwing themselves in harm's way at every opportunity. Something of an immortal flame yourself. Ha ha! That's funny. Damn, what would Hamo say? Laying it on a bit thick, aren't you?
Am I? Huh. Both Nago and Ironwald said much the same thing. Must be getting soft in my old age. In any case, it's safe to say we've all benefited enormously from your sterling work here. We couldn't ask for a better healer, or a better friend. Our ambassador in Razat will be relieved to learn of our successes here. If you happen to cross paths, give him my regards, would you?
Sure.
Farewell.
Oh yeah, dude, that was really good. That was way better than the tank quest line. Alright, let's finish this up.
Greetings. How goes in Alamigo?
All done.
I killed the blasphemy.
Eliminating blasphemies, helping organize the memorial ceremony. That certainly kept you busy.
A fine example of going above and beyond the call of duty. Be sure to send word of your exploits to Uldar. Wait till the Sultana hears about this.
Her Grace will not be the only one to welcome this news. On behalf of the Grand Company of Eorzea and our allies, allow me to express my most heartfelt gratitude.
And you give me materia for it. Nice. You know, that is Job's favorite gear for level 90 healers. More than guilt. And that was a healer rogue quest.